we are up and we're starting off with a bang here, and Synthe has already made his way through the beginning of his attack here, and we've got that. Looks like we had a flame flinger which was on that right hand side, probably cleared out a scatter shot, and now the additional troops can actually get some really nice value. The Giga Poison is slowing them down there as we approach that Eagle Artillery, and in the meanwhile Synthe's Queen will go to ability and secure the Town Hall.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure if he had a Skelly. I don't think he had a skill. Yeah, I think he did actually have a Skelly Donut. He has Bat Spells, Skelly Spells, and no poison. So it looks like a Skelly Donut, Flame Flinger, pretty classic Synthe style opener. Queen was able to just barely get the Town Hall, and now the Lalo from the left side of the base here with the early Warden ability. This is pretty classic Synthe style Lalo. Good free spell on that scatter shot, and just tons of different groups of balloons collapsing in on this final group of defenses. He's got a swag invisibility spell, a crushing attack from MS Esports to start off this match against Klaus's base.
I mean, what? Look how many loons are still remaining there at the end of Synthe's attack. Quite unfortunate we missed the very, very beginning of this one, but the end was really well executed. You can see the setup was probably set perfectly just to make sure that everything just went to plan. We've got Gaku starting off here for Navi, and we've got the hog combo yet again, and we've got the queen charge around the outside here, and we've got those. Ooh, the blame popped a little bit too early here, and we're only getting cleanup around the outside of the base here.
Yeah, that Yeti Bomb definitely was meant to take out the Monolith and the Eagle and pull the CC troops. He even invested the Rage spell, but he wasn't able to get any of that. So already having to use a second Rage spell and an invisibility spell to get the Queen through the Monolith that he wasn't anticipating to have to use early on. This might be trouble for Gaku.
Yeah, I mean, it was good that we did have those spells at hand, but ideally we didn't want to invest them so early on. It would have been nice if we got that Blim to get it down, and the poison is also deployed by Gaku just to make sure we can get those Clan Castle troops down, and we're already a minute into the attack and only 16% in, and Queen's taking quite a bit of a hit here, so the Rage is making sure that we can get as much health as possible. These Expos still hitting pretty hard now, and I finally got that King coming in to support that Queen as we go towards that right-hand side.
Yeah, and only 20% into the base, and having used 3 of our 4 Rage spells, I think he's going to have to use the 4th and final one pretty soon. He's trying not to. He's going to go with the Freeze first, and even the Skeleton spell that ideally was meant to be saved for the Hog Rider portion, maybe even for the Royal Champion on defense, but he's trying to use everything he can to see if he can hold on to that last Rage, get the Queen all the way to the Town Hall. I'm wondering if that was his plan. She's got a long ways to go to get there.
Yeah, a long way to go, but also not a lot of time left to make it all the way through. I mean, we had nice wall breakers opening up the walls there towards the north-hand side. Queen's gonna still clear out in here because she can reach over these walls, and we've got these hogs already deployed, which means we have to hold on to the Warden ability Lex so that we can protect these hogs from all the damage that we've got in that Town Hall compartment.
Yeah, luckily the Town Hall wakes up just as he gets there. It's unfortunate this Queen's just beating on walls now. Has to pop the Warden ability to get through the Town Hall. Only 1 free spell left, and I don't want to call this a rip just yet, but it looks like it's struggling to get through the back end of the base. Most of these hogs are going to die to the Giga Poison area. They all skip that single target Inferno Tower as well, which is going to make cleanup a little bit awkward. He might not be able to get as much percent as he wanted either.
Yeah, I mean, Queen can now reach the Eagle Artillery, but to leave it up so long in the attack as well means we've taken a lot of damage in this back-end corner, as you said, with the enemy Royal Champion, the Expo, and the Scatter Shot just a little bit too much. And I think that Rage Spell Tower buffing these defenses means there's a lot more damage to push through, and unfortunately, it's just not enough power. KingsMan's bringing the full healer and the recall combo again for funneling purposes, and that Queen's already starting on that left-hand side. And which way are the sweepers facing? The sweepers are facing towards the right-hand side, so do you think we're going to get that funnel there on the left-hand side and then head up north, or do you think that KingsMan has other plans?
I think if he was going to use a Flame Flinger, he would have already dropped it, so pretty confident we're going to see the recall and then the Queen up at 12 o'clock, like you just suggested. Nope, okay, I'm wrong. Queen the south side of the base. and then dragons in from the left, and he's just kind of hoping that that sweeper angle just barely isn't going to play a factor here.
Yeah, I guess we could have used the Flame Flinger because if the queen did get the expo down, we could have deployed one there. The king on the outside could have been a little bit of a problem from the Flame Flinger, but in the meanwhile, we'll send a blimp in with these super dragons, and I think we missed a bunch of dragons though in that warden ability, but blimp will make it regardless all the way through to the town hall compartment and secure that star on the board. Queens pushing
the major problem here though is he's not got anything pathing into the core to take out that multi, and maybe even more importantly, take out the CC troops. Now there could be ice golems or rocket balloons or a lava hound that we're still gonna have to deal with.
Yeah, this is a bit problematic. I mean, the queen's already forced her ability here as well. We've got clean up a little bit around the outside there from that one dragon, but won't be lasting too much longer since it's low, and as well the warden is pretty low, and that eagle artillery is going to finish that dragon off here, which means it's all about the heroes. I mean, we've already used that queen ability. We have a bunch of spells that we can still use to support the heroes, but it's a bit of a problem now. I mean, the world champion can jump for the multi-infernos in the core from the left-hand side. The enemy queen still standing might be a problem.
Yeah, it's good that you pointed that out. Now is when you have to make the hard decision. Do you want to send the champion to the core and try and salvage this attack and still think that you can 3-star? Or do you analyze and say, I don't think it's possible to 3-star, especially with the CC troops still there. It might be better to use the king and royal champion on the outside of the base and just pick up more percent. Ignore the core and just be happy with the 90+% and walk away. And that's exactly what KingsMan is doing here. He completely ignored the core. He used the king and the champion on the outside, went for percent, and he's going to be able to pick up above 90% because of it. I think it's the right call. If he had sent the champion to the core to try and save it, the champion might have only gotten like 2 buildings and then died to ice golems. And this could have been like an 80% instead of a 90%.
Yeah, it was very well identified that the clan castle troops were still standing since we had those super dragons there, which bypassed that town hall, bypassed the core compartment here. So it was really well identified. This is why they are the pros in here, and 91% coming in here now, which means if Navi triple, they will call it even on stars, but percentage is what will be swaying the war in the meanwhile. But it all depends on the next Navi attack. Next attack from Yuta, coming in again with some super hog and hog combo.
Look at this, the old captain of the World Championship team coming out of retirement to play this tournament with Navi here this weekend. We haven't seen him in a while. This should be interesting. Queen charge, twin hogs with the early Yeti blimp. I feel like he was very well known in the past for his queen charges and also his Yeti blimps. I feel like his favorite style of queen charge often relied on a Yeti blimp making some sort of funnel for his queen, and he's doing it here again today.
Yeah, I mean, the queen charge can get some nice value with the wall breaker giving us access to the multi-inferno, and from that compartment onwards as well, we have some nice reach to the eagle artillery, as well as 2 more further wall breakers. There's the first one coming in, which will actually open up the walls to this eagle artillery compartment, and the queen can reach that monolith. She's got a good pathing here at the moment, and king around the outside there on the left will clear up those outside buildings, and Yuta has created the funnel as well to go for the scatter shot.
Yes, a nicely timed freeze there, allowing his queen to stay alive. The invis, ooh, wow. Perfect timing to keep queen from going to ability. And now the monolith is going to lock onto a healer instead of the queen, but look at this, double sweepers, pushing those healers all the way back. That's so funny to see. The king ability to take the scatter shot, and now the queen going to be able to make her way to the core. And with these beautiful wall breaks, his queen has access to quite literally the whole base.
Yeah, this queen charge is looking phenomenal from Yuta, and again, KingsMan's sweepers actually helping Yuta keep them alive here as we push through to this town hall compartment, using the ability as the clan castle troops slowly approach the queen, and we can secure the town hall before dealing with them. And the world champion with those hogs going for that second scatter shot there on the right hand side. A few more coming in from the right as well to help clear up around the outskirts before using the warden ability to protect these hogs from this raged up multi-inferno. Once that goes down, there's no major defenses left. The final freeze, freezing the multi-inferno, and World Champion still has her ability here as well, Lex.
Yes, this is looking great. I was a little bit worried about that Lava Hound stalling up the champion, but it doesn't seem to matter. She was able to take out the Lava Hound, take out the pups one by one, and the healer switch helping to keep some of these troops alive all the way through the end of the attack. He's got an army of wizards, an army of super riders doing cleanup on the outside. The Royal Champion staying alive, the Warden staying alive. Plenty of time left over, and a crushed base for yuta14, making his comeback out of retirement and getting a 3-star in style, showing that he still has what it takes. And we'll see TryHard coming in next with a Queen Charge Lalo, but take note of the recall spell he's bringing on a classic Queen Charge Lalo. Going to be interesting to see how he uses that.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see. I mean, we got these 4 healers on that Queen again, so we can recall the Queen without a problem. We don't want to leave any of those healers behind. The Queen's taking quite a bit of damage here, so TryHard does invest a freeze spell on the Expo and the Scatter Shot. Scatter Shot wasn't doing damage, but out of practice there, just making sure we can get as much value as possible on these freezes. And after clearing out that bundling, we called the Queen and make sure that we can get the pathing into this Scatter Shot compartment. And we do still have 4 more Super Wall Breaks, Lex.
Yeah, so it's basically like he wanted to Queen Charge this 9 o'clock Scattershot section, but instead of using, you know, some Yetis or a bunch of balloons or anything to funnel the 10 o'clock side, he used the Queen to funnel for the Queen. Using the recall spell, though, to get her out of that funnel section and then use her on this left side. Very interesting, but ooh, look at all these Expos with the Rage Tower effect doing double damage to the Queen. Great use of the invisibility spell. Great use of a couple more wall breakers there, and Queen has access to a lot of stuff now.
Yeah, and we also see the drill for the first time today as well, which is actually, unfortunately, going to be pulling those Clan Castle troops, which means it's going to be taking a bit of damage, but once it does go under the surface, it will redirect them, but Queen ability redirects them back onto the drill, and we've got that Dragon Rider, which will still get some nice value there, going for that multi-inferno, and we've only got 1 multi-inferno still left, and 2 more wall breakers to continue this epic Queen Charge that's going on here from TryHard.
That was a beautiful plan with the drill. Not only did it clear the multi in the core, but it also took out that second sweeper, so he doesn't have to worry about any sweepers at all for the rest of the attack. And the Lalo pathing going to be able to easily get to the Town Hall. And because of that battle drill, there's no defenses behind the Town Hall that he has to worry about the balloons pathing to. So he can pop this Warden ability and just go right past that Giga Poison. Unfortunately, the tornado catches a few balloons, but at least it didn't catch all of them.
I thought the Queen was able to get that final multi-inferno, but she just goes down in there. But we do have 1 final freeze spell coming in, trying to keep these last few loons alive. Wait, there's the Royal Champion ability, which can chain off. The Diggy is already down. Thankfully, the Royal Champion doesn't have to worry about that enemy Queen. We've already cleared the enemy Queen. The Royal Champion's taking quite a bit of damage. There's only 1 more defense, but Lex, there's only 17 seconds. Do you think we can clean up in time?
That last balloon on just a little bit of HP, able to take out the Inferno with the Phoenix. He's got to get all the way back for this gold storage, though. Only 5 seconds to go, and as the Phoenix, the Warden, the Champion are so slow to get there, it's a 98% time fail for TryHard. He maybe needed a couple of more minions deployed.
We're already in now again. Navi Stars is up against Eryam, and what a base to be hitting. Look at the beautiful scenery in here, and we've got a combination here again of the Hogs, and I see there's a Coco Hound in here. Are we going to be seeing like a Blizzard in here?
It might be a Blizz. I think that is what he's going to go for. Ooh, look at the Hound redirect with the invisibility spell. Always fancy to see. Blimp gets over the walls. The first invis. Now the question is, oh, it's not going to be super wizards. Okay. It's super minions without any sort of clone spell. And look at the way he maneuvers these invisibility spells so that the super minions can take out all the defenses he wants them to.
Yeah, we're redirecting these invisibilities pretty nicely, clearing out a lot of these defenses, getting one of the Infernos down nice and early, as well as getting that first star on the board. We don't have to worry about that Town Hall at all, and We get some decent pathing by clearing out some of those defenses there around the town hall as well, and pulling those clan castle troops early as well means that the queen can deal with them in her own time with the poison spell on the southern side without having to worry about being hit by any of those defenses.
Exactly. Overall, pretty successful opener here from Stars. I think that Super Minion Blimp got everything he needed it to. Wallbreaker here trying to give even better access to the scatter shot. I'm a little worried now actually about the queen targeting the Barbarian King here and then potentially doing her own thing on the left side of the base. She might not follow the king anymore.
Yeah, we got the Headhunter to try and help that queen out, but as you said, I think she's going for a stroll. Queen's going to be heading all the way through to that 9 o'clock side. King does get that scatter shot down, and we've got these hogs going already in from that right-hand side. Eagle Artillery already hitting some, I think that king already there, and we've got that one ability to protect these hogs as we push through a lot of these heavy hitting defenses. They're raged up here as well by these enemy rage spell towers, and I think that's a heal spell also deployed to try and get as much health as possible as we push through the multi-inferno and finally backtrack for that monolith there that was still remaining in that town hall compartment.
Yes, Stars so efficient with his spells. The Warden ability at the perfect time, the Rage spell for the pigs, the healing spell right as the Hog Riders needed it, and the Royal Champion's still alive. The Headhunter's in to take out the enemy hero there, and he still has a decent chance of pulling through with this Royal Champion ability, and the King still at full health moving around the outside of the base. Look at that.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Royal Champion ability can go off here as well and help regenerate some health just to push through and clears up all those defenses around the outskirts, leaving one final defense in the core. The Tornado Trap goes off with some bombs in here, but it will not slow that Royal Champion down. We'll get it done, get that clan castle down, and there is another triple on the board for Navi, and they are looking strong. Like Alumalin is coming up with the next attack for M.S Esports. Some more Super Dragons, and again that Queen Charge recall, and we're getting that recall spell to pull that queen back after getting the funnel that we need there on that right hand side. There is a Yeti as well deployed from Alumalin to help get the funneling for the queen so we can get some more value towards the multi-inferno-ish area.
Yes, and Coco, we got to play this game of where is he going to drop the queen, because last time with the recall spell I got it wrong on these super drag attacks. Where do you think he's going to drop her after he recalls?
Well, the sweepers are facing towards the left-hand side, so my gut would say we're going towards the north-hand side. There's a Stone Slammer in the mix here as well, so I wonder if we're going to use the Stone Slammer maybe for this. Oh, we got it wrong again!
Oh, we just cannot predict them with these recall spells. They don't care about the air sweepers.
They've really done. They've got a better way than I do, obviously, of dealing with these sweepers, because if I were doing this, I would have definitely avoided and gone against those sweepers, though. I mean, the queen's going to get some nice funneling down here on the southern side, and those super dragons coming in already directly for the scatter shot compartment. A few loons in here, and we're actually going to use a freeze spell in here. The rage spell tower does go off, but we're freezing the scatter shot in here, and that warden is going to get that Stone Slammer under the aura there as well, maybe, as well as all these super dragons still pushing through.
I do think it's quite risky to go with the Stone Slammer instead of the Blimp on this attack. As you can see, most of the Super Drags actually path away from the Town Hall, but one more Super Drag coming out of the Stone Slammer, and luckily it pathed toward the Town Hall section. He does get one Dragon to peel off for that Town Hall, but it's not raged up. Is that going to be a problem? He doesn't have any more freeze spells, Coco.
Oh, he does decide to use that rage spell right in the end there, which is going to help get that additional damage on the Town Hall and secure that star on the board. Ooh. If that didn't go down, we probably would have had to send the Royal Champion into that compartment, but this time we're going to send it in towards the scatter shot there on the left-hand side so that we can get some nice value there to get the scatter shot down before pathing towards the north-hand side, and we still have 2 hero abilities left.
Yeah, power-wise, it's looking pretty decent. He's got 3 heroes alive with 2 abilities, but time is starting to run down quickly. 0 spell support left. The Barbarian King on the back end might stall them up before getting those last couple buildings, and there are there is a chance there could be skeleton traps there as well.
Yeah, it's a bit tough here on the northern side. Only 10 seconds remaining, and unfortunately, there's not that much currently going on. Those last few buildings up here, and it's going to be heartbreaking here again. There's still enough to push through, but no time left. 95% 2-star coming in from Almu.
But we have Kazuma coming in with the next attack for Navi and bringing out the Hog Riders yet again. And this time with a Flame Flinger. What all do you think he's going to be able to get with that?
I mean, the Flame Flinger is going in from that 9 o'clock side, which is actually quite nice. There is a mortar there next to the Scatter Shot, but it's on that Queen, and the Flame Flinger got quite some distance at the moment. And Queen actually has some pathing in here already, so I think what's going to happen is the Queen's going to get these Wall Breakers to continue through past this Scatter Shot and enter the Town Hall compartment, maybe from the core of the base, but what scares me a little bit is the monolith in this compartment as well, since that would outrange the Flame Flinger if it does make it that far.
His first wall breaker did fail, but good thing he's got a bunch of extra ones. That second one able to get in, and then another wall breaker giving him access all the way to the Town Hall. Wow, I think he brought 5 wall breakers on this attack, so even after using 4 and getting through 3 layers, he still has another one, or am I crazy? Yeah, I think he used it on the upper side for the King there, and look, the King now has access to a multi.
Yes, we got that nice value there for the multi-inferno, and very well identified from Kazuma that the single inferno was locked onto our Queen. And as you can see, Kazuma's used that freeze spell here to try and get the single inferno down, but it does go off since we were targeting that spell tower first, and get the Town Hall down there with another invisibility spell to protect the Queen, and the single inferno is down, and here we go with the Hog's Legs packing from that right-hand side.
He has just handled everything perfectly here, even with so much damage on the Queen. He has been very efficient with his spells. Pops that Queen ability. She's able to take out the Monolith. Pops the Warden ability on the right side. The Hog Riders, the Royal Champion, able to get through the enemy Queen, making their way to the Scatter Shot, and we even got rocket balloons coming out of the Flame Flinger to come help support from the left side. Diggy stunning the Scatter Shot, and it is looking great for Kazuma here against Alumalin's base.
Yes, the multitasking was done at its best there to keep the Queen alive and get those Hogs going so we can keep as much time as possible. And look how many Hogs. We still got some Hogs there. The Queen's still alive after such a Queen charge here, and it was through that single inferno as well. Really nicely executed here from Kazuma. Again, showing why Navi were the world champions. Yeah, we go. Eryam is up with the next attack, and we got another combo here. This time we're quite heavy on the super hogs on this one here from Eryam. And again, I spy that we've got 3 skeleton spells for a Skelly Donut here on Gaku's base. And we're going for the Clan Castle, the Multi-Inferno, and I think the Scatter Shot there as well, Lex.
Yeah, the Monolith with the CC and the Scatter, able to get 2 of them. Can he get that Monolith? Yes, he does. Interesting to see that they use all skeleton spells instead of some bat spells for the defenses, but it works out perfectly for him. Now the Yeti Bomb with the Blimp, meant to take out the Inferno Tower and set up some pathing for a potential hero dive to the Town Hall. He does decide to invest the Rage spell to help those Yetis, and I think that was a good call considering all the Teslas that popped up there as well.
Yeah, I mean, we got the King and the Queen there on that southern side, and a Wall Break is actually going to come in here and open up those walls a little bit for the Queen, so Queen can actually go into this outer side compartment, and she can reach over these walls and get that Scatter Shot down. And there is also an Ice Golem in here to distract the damage, but also freeze these defenses once it does pop. But the problem we've got here is that this Expo is already on our Queen, and we'll probably force that Queen ability here maybe a little bit earlier than expected, but King has the beautiful pathing into that Town Hall compartment. Oh my gosh, the Queen went down!
Yeah, that giant bomb killing the Queen while she was invisible. Very unfortunate. That means he doesn't get the Scatter Shot or the enemy Royal Champion, and I think he was expecting his Queen to get both. So now he's going to have to enter with the Hogs straight in and have them take out the Royal Champion, the Scatter Shot early before he pops the Warden ability. Boom. That's exactly what he does. Rage Spell to get his hogs moving through. I am worried that a lot of them are going to path kind of the wrong way toward that left side of the base. Now it's looking really interesting as all his hog riders are spread out.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a split here, but we also got no more spells to invest, which means it's just about letting everything play out at this point, and the Raw Champion will help get some more value there on that right-hand side, but this Expo's hitting so hard here for Eryam and forcing that Royal Champion ability, and we're still distracted here in this compartment. Don't even get that Expo down. The Multi-Inferno's still up, and we're on cleanup duty already.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate for Eryam having that hog split so early. If the Queen was able to hold her ability, get that scatter shot and the champion, he could have sent all the hogs from a little bit closer to the right side of the base. He wouldn't have had that split, and I'm guessing he would have had all the pathing he needed to make this attack work, but instead it's going to end up being a defense still really high percent here, which is kind of funny because I think no matter what, MS Esports are going to finish this match with the better percent. But Navi now only need, I believe, a 1 star to finish the match off. Klaus hits this triple. That's exactly what they're going to do. And he's bringing in, it looks like, some sort of Lalo with only 1 Lava Hound, 1 Golem. 37 balloons is a lot. But look at his spells. A healing spell, a clone spell, a bat spell. He's got something interesting for us here.
Yeah, he definitely is bringing in his own twist to this Lala, and we're sending in the blimp in already very early with that warden ability to path over these open compartments towards the town hall, investing a freeze and a rage, and there's the clone coming in here so we can get some additional buildings down surrounding the town hall. We don't make it all the way to the monolith though, however, and that multi-inferno still standing there as well. Do you think you would have wanted to see a little bit more value from there?
Yeah, I'm guessing the reason he brought the clone and invested the rage, he was definitely expecting to get that multi. He also hasted a lot of the initial group of balloons with his warden ability and got that first scatter shot, which is a nice bonus, but with that multi staying up, it might throw a wrench in his plans here, but he's probably just going to have to ignore it and continue with his plan. I think the Queen takes out the pups, and she's meant to walk down toward the bottom side of the base. And now we're going to see a Golem, the King, an Ice Golem, and whatever else he wants to use, do the hero dive here on the left side of the base.
Yeah, the Golem's really nice to keep that Queen ability for later on, and we have 1 Super Wall Breaker as well to give us further access, get some more value from these heroes. And since we had a few loons there with that warden ability, we've got that cleanup already going off there on that right-hand side, and here's the Rage Spell Tower going off, doing some more damage on these heroes as we start to approach this Eagle Artillery. What a wall breaker coming in here, which is actually going to open up the walls to the Eagle Artillery compartment for the Queen to get the Eagle down, which will be really nice since keeping that Eagle Artillery up for a long time during these attacks can do quite a lot of damage on the loons.
Yes, the Royal Champion able to take out the enemy Queen early, and look at this bat spell distracting the monolith for the balloons, slowly making their way in. I like that. It looks pretty cool, but now I am worried about the 2 Inferno Towers. Without having the Warden to protect these balloons, they are very vulnerable. But Klaus brought the healing spell. Can he still get through this?
I mean, we have 1 freeze still remaining. The loons will go for that first multi-inferno. We can freeze the second one there as well. And we got more loons on the outside of the base. And then it's all about cleanup. Klaus,
how does he always do it?
Yeah, so
Klaus,
close.
so amazing. Able to get through all of it. And look how many balloons he still has alive. It looks like he didn't just get through it. It still looks crushed. Jeez, what a performance.
Yeah, it's really nicely done here at the very, very end. Nice recovery. I mean, holding on to that free spell till the very end came in clutch, making sure that we had that in our favor. And Navi will be the victory of this matchup and going through to the next round. Unfortunately for MS Esports, that high percentage that they had didn't pay off, that they needed that extra push to go through. And Navi, I mean, they're the world champions, Lex.
Yeah, they get the victory here, probably as a lot of people were expecting. But I mean, MS Esports, a solid team. Every single one of their attacks hitting above the 90% mark. We'll see the stats board popping up here in a second. We can take a look at all of their numbers. But Navi moving on. I think they're going to be playing against Time to Throw in the next round, which is going to be a fun matchup as well. And look at these stats. 4 triples for Navi. Every single attack for MS Esports, though, 91% or better.